Welcome, I'm AlocsaV, and in today's video I'm gonna talk about the large constructor, which is the next tier after the small one, and I'm gonna show you how to craft it and why do you need it. The large constructor can be crafted in the small one, so if you access it, you go to Placeable on Bases, Devices, you find the large constructor here. It only takes the basic resources, iron, copper, silicon, stone and logs, so it's pretty simple to do. But first I'm gonna have to open up the tech tree on F3. I go to the tab Base. You have to reach level 5, and once you do so, you can scroll down and unlock the large constructor. I have all the resources. It will do all the necessary steps to craft the large constructor. I'm gonna queue it up. It is a 2x2, so you're gonna have to have some room. I think it will fit back there. So the large constructor is done. It's a big boy, so I'm gonna have to connect my box and I can put it in. Let's just rotate it to see if it's on the... There you go. It's a 2x2. You don't have to remove the small one. You can actually ensure to use both because it will speed up production if you keep both. Now the question is, why do you need a large constructor? For example, if you go to the small one, you go to Placeable on Bases and to the tab Weapons and Items. The sentry guns is the only thing that you can craft in terms of base defense. It's basically like a machine gun that you can place on the roof, on the floor or on the walls, and it will basically be very effective against ground troops or predators. But against drones and other ships from the enemy, it will not do much. So that's why you need the large constructor. I'm gonna have to assign it as I did before. If you go to the same tab, you'll see that you can actually do projectile turrets and its corresponding ammo. Also, in terms of personal weapons and tools, this is all you can craft in a small constructor. Of course, a lot of them are still locked, but in the large constructor, you see that you can craft a lot more stuff, more advanced things. If you go to the Devices tab for bases, you'll see that you'll be able to do, for example, CPU extenders and repair stations and hangar doors, and in the small one you can't do them at all. In terms of building blocks for a base, it also gives you more options, and the small constructor doesn't give you as much. This tab right here, it's basically for deco blocks, but in here you can actually craft yourself a bed and place it on a base to spend time. And in the small constructor, you can do it at all. There's not a single block in this tab. In terms of CPU, the large constructor does contribute quite a bit to the CPU of the base. I used to have 15,000. This large constructor contributes about 20,000. So I don't have a lot of things yet. I'm still well below the 80,000 threshold. So my base is still at 100% efficiency. But you should take consideration that, because bigger constructors will contribute a lot more to the CPU points. Another advantage is that it will craft things a little bit faster. Let's give it just an example. Let's make, for example, a concrete block. You see how fast it went, and let's do the same block on the small constructor. It's a little bit slower. It's not that noticeable, but believe me, when you're doing 100 or 500 of them, the large constructor will craft it a lot faster. You can also check the stats of the constructors in your Devices tab on the P menu, and the small constructor has this energy in 250 PU. The large constructor does consume more power, so it's also a very good idea to actually turn it off in this little thing here to save some power on the base. So that's basically it. The large constructor allows you to craft a lot more things than the small one does. It does things faster even though it consumes more power, but it's a must in order to progress into the game. And in the next few videos I will actually talk about a few things that I'm gonna be crafting in the large constructor. So for now, thank you for watching, and until next time.